Hey friends, welcome back. So, card making is probably one of my oldest and probably one of my most favorite hobbies. As you can see, there are a lot of variations you can make with cards, and I'm a card giver. So, I make cards for everything, for every occasion birthday, thank you cards. I've got these bookmarks that I made just for, just a random gift. And, the very basic card is this. All you need is cardstock, ink, a little bit of glue. I did use my die cut for this, but today I'm going to show you just the card making essentials. So again, this is this basic card. It's just cardstock, a little bit of glue, some ink, and I did use my die cut, but I'm going to show you the materials that you'll need. Now, you'll need cardstock, and there's different weights of cardstock. This is a 65-pound weight. It's a little bit flimsy. I use that for usually the tops of my cards. And then this one is 110-pound. I use this for the base of my cards. Now my cards are they're thicker cards. They're good weight. And then you've got these pads that you can buy. Oh my gosh. I go down the rabbit hole with these, but you can buy these. And just make sure that you have plenty of storage. You're definitely going to need storage. That one's foiled, and I love it. But another essential is going to be glue. You got to glue all this together. Now, I like this with this fine tip. It makes everything much easier for things like that. But you can use any glue, but I suggest one with the fine tip. Now, I use scissors on occasion. Got a pen to make, marks if I need to. This cutter I got this with my Cricut, and for whatever reason it's my favorite. I've been using that for years. They make all kinds. I would suggest some type of guillotine cutter. On occasion I use that, but it's good to have when you need it. And then you need stamps. The second rabbit hole. I've got all kinds of stamps, but get your basics. Thank yous, birthdays, sympathy. Grab those first. And then, get some storage. Make sure you have storage. This is not even all that I have, but make sure you have some storage for your stamps. And then you're going to need some ink. Definitely need ink. Now, ink is one of those things where you get what you pay for. You can get some cheap ink. This Alt-New is more on the expensive side for me, but I love it. Comes out crisp and clean. And then I've recently got into Simon Says stamp ink. I like it. It comes in these progressive ink colors. Makes, the design process just a little bit easier. They do all the guesswork for you. And I use that one. I use these colors quite a bit. And they're good colors. They're good vibrant stamps, so I like those. Now this here is the die cut machine. I pretty much use this for every single card that I make. Now this was probably about $150 or so, give or take, but definitely worth the investment. Like I said, I use this for every single card that I make. Used it for these. Now these are embossed. I'll get into that in a later video. And then I use it for every card. Like I cut out this cup, and this is just a die cut and some ink. And this outside is a die cut. This one I used a die cut and ink. And this one as well, I used die cut to cut out those letters. This one was a actual die cut kit that I used. I used it to cut out these bookmarks. Again, like I use the die cut for every single thing. And that's just some stamps and colored pencils and embellishments. We'll get into that later. And this one's also just a simple die cut. And again, another die cut and ink. So invest in your die cut machine. And then another thing I also use, another tool, is I make my own envelopes. With this, you can size it any envelope you need. And of course, you can always buy envelopes, but these are flimsy and I don't like them. But in a pinch, if you need them, go ahead and you can pick those up from any craft store. And another thing that I use and I definitely recommend is a stamp positioner. Now, I use this every single time I make a card, and it just keeps my stamps straight. And if I'm making more than one, you can, position them in there and just, go to town on and getting your stamps in the correct place every single time. But yeah, I use that every single time I make a card. So I would definitely recommend to get that. And yeah. And so those are the basics. Like I said before, I'll go over some others that you can, use for more advanced cards. But again, you know, if you want to make cards, those are the basics that you need. And I love this hobby. And just subscribe and come back, guys, because I'm going to show you how I make some of these cards. Really fun time. It's a great hobby, great investment, great way to personalize gifts. So again, just like subscribe and come back for some more crafting videos. All right, thanks guys.